Alright boys, welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about Damian Lillard's situation with the Portland Trailblazers and what they should sort of do with him in the offseason if they basically don't make it to the second round of the playoffs. So what's up? My name is JC. If you guys like the video, drop it down below and press the subscribe button and let's get into the video. So the Portland Trailblazers lost tonight against the Denver Nuggets. I think it was 140-147 Denver Nuggets. And yeah, 140-147 Denver Nuggets. It went into 2 OTs. Probably the best game of the playoffs so far. Really electrifying, really great game from basically Damian Lillard and Nikola Jokic. So I'm just gonna say this right now. Damian Lillard is an absolute stud, man. He dropped 55 points and 10 assists in this game. Absolutely ridiculous game from Damian Lillard, man. He shot. I want to say like Damian Lillard was actually like. He started off pretty slow today. I mean, he shot 7 of 24 from the field, 12 of 17. In the first, he shot 2 of 8. I want to say 2. I don't know. It wasn't that much shots, but he's definitely turned it up in the second half, and it wasn't even enough. I mean, he scored 55-10, 6 rebounds, a steal, and 3 blocks. Really good game from Damian Lillard all around, but just couldn't get done because the pieces around him were just absolutely horrendous, man. So obviously, like Damian Lillard, as good as he is, man, like he needs like his other pieces to play good too. I mean, like CJ McCollum today, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Like you might say that's good, but he shot 7 of 22 from the field and 2 of 8 from 3. Like, and then like he sold the bag too, because at the end he was in the corner, stepped out of bounds and thought he went out. He thought he didn't go out of bounds. So like you can't be having those type of mistakes like in crunch time too. I mean like. CJ McCollum, man, he hasn't been that good in this series at all. Hasn't been good in the playoffs. Only been good in this regular season, man. Of course, the first game against the Rockets, I want to say he dropped like 40 points, something like that, but he hasn't been good this series. Yusuf Nurkic, 13 points, 11 rebounds, and assists, a steal, and a block. 6 fouls though, fouled out in the fourth. Shot 5 of 12 from the field, man. Nurkic, he can't keep doing this. He can't keep getting fouled out because when Nurkic gets fouled out, they have Enes Kanter who can't even guard Nikola Jokic in the perimeter, yet let alone in the paint. So they can't really have Nurkic fouling out, man, because when Nurkic is fouled out, they have Robert Covington today, who was actually, for the most part, locking him down, but it's Nikola Jokic, a center, against Robert Covington, a forward, so it doesn't make any sense that Robert Covington would guard Nikola Jokic. Now moving on to actually Robert Covington, who was basically the second best player today. 19 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. Actually, no, 2 steals, I want to say. So, shot 5 of 10 from the field and 3-6 from 3, man. 50% from the field. Absolutely great game from Robert Covington. Good game overall, offensively and defensively. Was locking down Nikola Jokic in the crunch time, but wasn't enough because it's a forward against a center, man. Like, what can Robert Covington do? He can only do so much on the defensive end, so it was just absolutely unfortunate that Nurkic got fouled out. So, like, he can't be keep fouling out. And then finally for the starters, Norman Powell, 13 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. I mean, pretty horrendous game from Norman Powell, man. 5 of 14 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. It was a really huge drop off from last game. Well, he scored 29, but I don't know. The thing about Damian Lillard is that I don't know, if they don't make it past the first round this year, Damian Lillard definitely needs to get out of Portland, man. Like, for real, he does. I mean, some destinations he might go to, the Knicks. I mean, obviously, like, the Knicks, if they get Damian Lillard, him and Julius Randle, it would be an absolutely electrifying duo. Add in RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, man. Derrick Rose off the bench. I mean, that's absolutely a championship contending team. Wouldn't say championship contending, but probably like a conference finals contending team right there. So, Damian Lillard, if they don't make it out, of this series, it's basically over for Dame time in Portland. But considering that he wants to stay loyal, man, I don't know. Like, they're going to need a lot more pieces this offseason. They should look into moving CJ McCollum, man. He's been not that player anymore. He's been absolutely horrendous. Can't show up in the playoffs. They should look to move him somewhere else in the offseason. But I highly doubt anyone would go for him with what he's doing right now. So they definitely should look into what they could get for CJ McCollum. But I highly doubt it would be anything good. They should keep Norman Powell, man. He's been a really good, really solid bench player. Not bench player, but role player for them in the starting lineup. They definitely should keep him as a third scoring option. Would be really good as a perimeter defender too. So honestly, like, as bad as Norman Powell was this game, I still think he can have a pretty good bounce back game in these next 2 games. So they definitely should keep him. And same thing with Robert Covington too. I mean, even though he's 30 years old, he still plays some really solid defense for them. And then like off the bench, man, I mean, like, they definitely did a lot of work off this bench. I mean, I've been saying this ever since. I mean, Melo played 30 minutes but had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 of 11 from the field, and 2 of 9 from 3. I mean, absolutely horrendous game from Melo. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson actually got minutes, but it just wasn't enough. 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Cantor, 4 points. Like, that's it. I mean, they should have played Rondae over Cantor in the crunch time. It just didn't happen. Simons with 6 points. It's like this Blazers team needs a lot of defense and a lot of work. It's just unbelievable. They should go for at least a defensive-minded player. David Nwaba would be a really interesting piece. I made a video on that on Blazers Central. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put it in the description. But they should go for David Nwaba in the offseason. Brings a lot of defense and offense for them. And definitely would be a really good bench player for them. So they definitely need to look into some pieces this offseason for defense. Because Robert Covington is their best defender. And basically that's it. I mean, like the second best defender would be Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, if I'm being honest with you. So they definitely need a lot of work to keep Damian Lillard. But if they don't make it past the first round this series, he's honestly gone, man. Definitely might go to the Knicks, but the preferred destination for me, obviously Houston Rockets, man. But that's me being biased. So that's the end of the video. You guys like the video, drop it down below, press the subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.